Alright, boys and girls, holy cow, we have 22 TTMs. Yes, you heard me right, 22 TTMs. That is insanity. They're coming in like gangbusters now, so yeah, look forward to the next few videos. They're going to be full. I'm going to try to run through these as fast as possible, so let's get ready for some graphs and laughs. First off, before we get started, please check out shuffletrades.com. It's a little too late to get your stuff in for the November trade. We are doing a Duke Snyder hit trade for November, but go ahead and send in for December. There'll be another hit trade for December, and maybe you'll get that. So that stuff will be going out to the people who did submit at the end of the month. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. And first, we're going to start off with our Topps Archive binder. All right, here's our Topps Archive binder, and we have a few purchases to go through first. All right, let's go ahead and go to 1979. 1979. And we got a pickup, which is something that I try not to pick these up. They're variants, so that means they have color. They don't match the design. So it's Charlie Hayes in the 1979 design. This is the parallel, so it's blue, and it's out of 199. So I always put those at the end here, and if I can, I replace them down the line. So it was so cheap, I couldn't pass it up. All right, next up we have a 1982, and that's coming from, or it's a purchase of, Mr. Bill Matlock. Bill Matlock. So that's going to go over here next to President Bartlett. All right. Next, we actually busted 2 boxes of the Seattle Children's Hospital boxes of cards they put out. They are the 1984 design, so I got all the base, double the base. I'm going to send the base out to get signed TTM. And you had a chance to get a Griffey auto, so if I could pull an archive Griffey auto, that would be amazing. I did not, of course. The odds are against you in that, but had to bust them for fun. Ended up getting Spencer Hawes. He was my worst pull, but this is a 1984, so it'll go in there. Sit next to Wade Boggs. And got Alicia Clark, the Seattle Storm basketball player. Okay. All right, now let's jump into TTMs. Some of this stuff is for every project that I have. There's 22, so you know it spreads wide. Some of it's not for the archive projects. Some of it's for the Topps archive project. Some of it's for the Donruss and Fleer and Leaf and everything else archive project. And then some of it's for Goofball and Oddball. So bear with me here. I will put some to the side, and at the end I will put the rest in binders. So first we have a success from Danny Darwin. So he's a TTM legend. He signs everything. Didn't read my letter because he didn't personalize it to my daughter like I asked. But that's fine. I know these guys get a ton of mail, and can't always read every letter. Signed 4 of 4, and actually one of these is for my project. This is for Oddball Teams. This is a Danny Darwin card for the Giants, and he played 43 games for the Giants. 43 games. Now there are a couple teams he played less games for that I saw afterwards. This is his last team, the Giants. So I may pick up those Oddball teams that he played less games for. 43 is a pretty low amount of games, but these will go to the side and another book. All right, next up we have a return from another TTM legend. I wrote to some guys I had some vintage cards of that I knew signed well, and this is a really cool return because these are some pretty cool cards. This is a Vance Law rookie, and then we have 2 Goofball cards. So Vance Law, another guy who signs amazing through the mail, and signed his rookie card perfectly, and signed these 2 to my daughter like I asked. And this is him juggling balls, and this is him checking out his glasses. So really interesting cards. Anything out of the ordinary, I'm kind of throwing in Goofball. So those go to the side to be in Project Goofball, and that'll go in another book. Next up, we have another return from a TTM legend. These just came back fast. That's why I have so many. The guys that sign amazingly, they just get your stuff back almost immediately. This is Mr. Zane Smith. Signed 3 of 3. So we have 190 Donruss and 2 signed on the fan favorites cards. So those will be put into this archive set. Let's go ahead and get those in. So actually one of these will go in the back as trade bait, even though it's personalized. So it's 87. All right, gonna go under Jose Canseco. All right, next up we have a success from a guy who I just bought, and this will replace the card I put in the project, but I just got it back. I didn't realize I sent this card out to him, which is funny, but it's Grant Jackson, and signed it to my daughter perfectly there, like I asked. So this is his Expos card, and he played a very small amount of games for the Expos. I think it was 20s or teens or something. So that'll replace the one that I actually put in earlier. So nice success there. All right, next up, a really cool success. This guy has a lot of cool cards out there, so I'm probably going to send to him again. This is Mr. Joe Oliver, and signed this really cool flare card. I love these flare cards back in the day. They're thick and shiny, and that's what you liked in a 90s card back in the day. So signed that one to my daughter just like I asked. Good luck. And also signed these two cards, and these are for projects. This is for Project Archive, and one for Project Goofball. So this is the 69 rookie. It's obviously a remake of a 69 rookie. And then you have this amazing card here, where he's actually getting knocked over by a pitch, it looks like. So love that card. Didn't ask him a question about it. I really should have, but I'm going to try to remember to do that more often. But all right, let's go ahead and get this one. We'll put this one to the side for Goofball, and then we'll get this one in the book. This is 69. Nice. All right. And it looks like we got to make some room here. And we'll put that right there in 1969. All right, next up we have another success for a project. This is Mr. Phil Garner, and this is actually a custom card that I made. He had no cards of him on the Giants, and he played a total of 15 games for the Giants, so no wonder he didn't have a card. And then I sent this card along with it. This is my second time writing to him, and I basically threw in $5 and said, hey, we found some more cards, can you sign? So signed this one great, and this one will be in the oddball team since he only played 15 games for the Giants, and there's what the back looks like if you guys were wondering. So these like old Fleer rip-offs is basically what they are. They turn out really good, the custom cards. Really like those. Next up, we have another Goofball. I usually make a joke about the funny names. This one I can't really, it's too dirty to make a joke about, so I'm just going to show you the card. No joke attached, but signed 2 of 2, this guy, and signed him great there. So I actually thinking of starting a little sub group in Oddball with guys signing autographs as a little subset in Oddball. Haven't totally decided on that yet, but obviously this will be going in the name, and maybe I'll throw this in there anyway if I do decide to do a subset of people signing autographs on cards. I don't know. We'll see at the end. Okay. Next up, we have Mr. Bert Campaneris, signed 101, and signed it perfectly to my daughter like I asked. And man, these cards are coming out amazing. I love them. You wouldn't think these shiny cards would hold a signature well, but man, oh man, it looks crisp, and it looks like it was like put out authentically by Topps. You know, it's like done with a professional pen and everything. So everything that people have tried to sign with has stuck perfectly to these cards. This is the 2005 Pristine Legend, I believe. Just really happy with this. So this is, I think, 67. So let's get that in the book. Again, it's a little different. It's got the background's not exactly the same, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Well, I said maybe not 67. Oh, okay, 65 or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here, folks. All right, let's get that in the book. All right, next up, guys, we have a racing return, and this is coming back. I had a card of this guy, so I sent off. This is not for a project, but it turned out horribly. I tried to prep with my finger, and I should have used baby powder, so shame on me. But Herschel McGriff, and signed that card there. Again, it bubbled like crazy. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, I could have used baby powder, but you know, even with that, sometimes they don't come out right. Then he sent on top this card here from Absolute, and inscribed it to my daughter. And then also signed the 2 index cards that were in there. Put those in for backers because some of those cards get dinged up when there's only 1 card. So if there's only 1 card, I'll throw in a couple index cards. And of course they sign them. So I ain't gonna complain about that. Free autographs, right? And then the last thing he sent me, he actually did not send back my self-addressed envelope. He sent his own and signed a hero card to my daughter. So that was amazing. Just an awesome return for him. Sent 1 card and got a million autographs back. So that's always a good return, right? Okay, next up we have another racing legend. Sent 4, got 4 back. Mr. Harry Gant. Mr. Harry Gant. And signed these 4. So these here are archives for Donruss, and this one is not, so that'll go to the other book. Signed them perfectly, and they all held well, so real happy with that. Those will go in later. Okay, next up we have a 2 of 2 return from Mr. Ned Jarrett, signed to my daughter right there. This one is for the Donruss archive, so that'll go in the book later. Trying to run through these guys. I apologize for the speed. I know, I'm going fast. All right, next up we have Mr. Wilson Alvarez, and really happy to get this one, a no-no guy. I did send a no-hitter card, and he did not send it back, and he signed this instead. So I'm wondering if he's doing that thing where he doesn't sign that card through the mail and charges a crazy fee for it, maybe. A lot of players are doing that now. That way they make an autograph card rare if somebody's trying to build a set. And they usually donate that money to charity. I don't know if he's doing that with that card, but I sent that special no-hitter card, and he did not send it back. He sent this one instead, which is fine. I mean, he signed the other stuff. This is the one I wanted. It's for the archive set, so we'll put that in the book. And these are just cool. I love these the studio set. I love the rounded corners, the variants, which make them look like credit cards. But this is just the regular base version. But came out great. So, and it's actually got the embossed numbers here too. They don't sign great. I'm not saying they sign great. I just love the cards in general. So we'll put those to the side and put this in the book. So this is what, 54? 54 maybe? Yeah, 54. So we'll get that get that in there. All right. Next up, this is Ron Nietzsche. Ron Nietzsche. And if you're like, who's Ron Nietzsche? This guy is pretty amazing. If you've never heard of him, in the minor leagues, he threw a no-hitter and struck out 27 people in 1 game. In the majors, he played 1 season and didn't do much for Pittsburgh, but signed the card there and signed the custom from Money Mike there and inscribed on both to my daughter, like I asked, and put the no-hit date with 27 strikeouts, man. Insane. I know it's the minor leagues, but that's still an insane record. And he's getting up there in age, so really happy to get that back. And I bought a really cool card of him on eBay, so hopefully I can get that signed soon, and then I'll be done with them because that's the one I really want. I forgot I sent this off when I bought the cards, so I'll be sending it off to him again soon. Next up, we have a paid success, and he charges $1 per signature. Totally reasonable. This is Mr. Sid Bream. And sign and inscribe that card there. Got a great card of the slide signed. And then signed a card for the Topps Fan Favorites set. So that turned out really well. Again, only $1 per. Really great signer. And all right, let's go ahead and put this in the book. It's 1992. So let's go to 1992. Gotta fly through these guys. I'm gonna run low on time here. I'm not sure how much memory my phone has. So, okay, let's get this in the book next to Tony La Russa. All right. Next up, we have a 1 of 2 success. Did not sign the logo card for the Cubs, which I was kind of sad. I remember I was a big fan back in 2003 when they almost made it. Bartman. This is what I'm talking about, by the way. Lou Piniella. He was the coach of that 2003 team when Bartman got us. But signed the rookie card with the Rookie of the Year inscription. So that was amazing. I did not ask for the inscription. I asked for the inscription to my daughter, but didn't put that. Again, he probably gets a lot of mail and was just signing through and didn't read the letter. So, okay, next up we have a success from a legend of NASCAR. This is Mr. Cale Yarborough. Signed the card there and inscribed the custom card from Money Mike to my daughter. So, real nice success there. And we'll put those to the side. All right, next up, we have a success from Hall of Famer Basketball Hall of Famer. Lenny Wilkins, signed those two to my daughter. And signed this, which is going to go in the archive set, Topps archive set. And also sent a business card, which is always fun. I love getting business cards from people, so really happy with that. And of course, he was in that Seattle set that I did a break of, so I'll have to send out to him again for that 84 Seattle card. But really happy with those returns. And let's get this one in the book. So this is a 50s card, so I can't remember what 50s year. I'm horrible with the 50s. I'm horrible with all these. Who am I kidding? All right. 55. No. What year is this? There it is. So we're going to put him next to Roger Craig. Right there. All right. Next up, we have a custom card. And this is a custom of Mr. Rod Laver. Tennis legend. And I made those. And he signed them greatly. Right there. And there's the backs of them. So if you guys want to see what the backs look like, those turned out really well on the Rookies app. So really happy to get those back. And didn't inscribe him. Again, he gets a lot of mail. I understand. So those will go in the book later. All right. Next up, we have a return. I actually bought 2 sets of this, so you might be seeing a lot of these too. This is from Mr. Gail Goodrich. Signed 1 of 2. I guess that's probably his policy. So inscribed it to my daughter, though, like I asked. Did not sign this one. So I don't know if I'm going to send that one back out or not. I mean, his policy is 1 per, and I'm pretty happy with this one. So we'll see. Might just hold off on it and send later. Okay, so this one is a paid success. He charges 10 per, and me and him been going back and forth a little bit because I have a lot of Topps archive cards to get signed. So he's always happy when I write him because I tell him about my daughter and what we do and how we open mail together, and it's kind of a family thing. And I send him a couple photos this time of us doing it, of us opening mail. And he really enjoyed that. So I got some other stuff I'm not going to show you guys back from him. But this is Mr. Brooks Robinson. So he signed 3 of 3 for the $10 per fee. And signed these right here. So this is a 57, and this is a, 60? I don't remember. And this is an 82. This is actually a custom card that I made. So this is of his famous Norman Rockwell painting that was done of him. And there's the back of the card. Again, that's a Rookies card that I made. So let's get these in the book. Really happy to get these back, man. He's such a legend when it comes to TTMing. So 57. It's back here. All right. And this isn't a direct 57. See, it's got a little variation there, but it's the same style. It's just a little different. I'll put it at the bottom just because it's a little different. Then we have this one, which is like a 60 or 61, I can't remember. So he's gonna sit next to a Wally Moon. And then this one is the 82. So let's go to 1982. Flipped right there. And again, this is the custom, so it doesn't match perfectly, but you get the idea. It's very similar. It's what it was going after whenever they made that custom design. Okay, got a couple more left, guys, and these are real fun ones. So got this return back from Leslie Jordan. And you're like, what kind of player is Leslie Jordan? Well, he's an actor, but he did have a really fun card, and I had to get it out for Project Goofball. And I was like, I want him in my Project Archive project too. So I made a custom of the same event. This card is great, guys. I love it so much. So this is Mr. Leslie Jordan on the famous Topps card, first pitch card of him jumping up in the air with those amazing pants. Really love that card. That's definitely going in Goofball. And then he also signed this, and I made an extra one for him. Some of these guys who don't have baseball cards made of them normally, I always make an extra custom for them to keep. So I made one for him, but signed this one for me, and really happy with that. That's him actually throwing out the first pitch, and then there's the back there. So real happy with that. Again, this will go in the 1982 set here, and the other one will go in Goofball. Okay, the last one, this is actually one that I have another request out to, so I should be getting something back from him soon. I hope I didn't send the same letter, because this one I sent when I started back up, and I just got it back. And I kind of thought my other one might have got lost, so I sent to a home address. Anyways, this is coming back from Mr. Bob Newhart, and man, he wrote me a nice note. Really nice return from him. Again, I don't show that personal stuff on here. I just show the stuff he signed. That's cards and photos and stuff like that. So this is a custom card that I bought off eBay that is horrible, but I went ahead and sent it anyways. It's done on horrible cardstock. I mean, the edit's fine, but the actual, look at that, like, it's garbage. Anyway, it still fits in the set because it is a remake of the design. So that's going to go in here. Signed it to my daughter like I asked. And let's go ahead and flip back. All right, and it's going to sit next to Brooks Robinson. And then this is the one that, this is the reason I sent to him specifically. I used to watch his show when I was a kid. And obviously my daughter loves him an elf. But like, this photo is so 70s. I had to send it. It is a picture of him. I know it has the freaking watermarks and it kind of ruins it, but I have something hopefully coming in soon that will be different. I'll put it that way. And my buddy at Reindeer Studios knows what I'm talking about. I'll leave it at that. I'm not gonna say any more. Anyways, this is a great photo of him at the at some kind of celebrity game in LA, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. It signed it greatly there. I had to get this photo signed. And again, we have hopefully some stuff coming in soon that has to do with this that will be better. But yeah, really happy with this right here. At least I got that signed. If anything else, you know, if he decides not to sign my other stuff I have out, at least I have that signed. So really happy with that. Okay, guys, let's put this up and go ahead and put in all the other stuff for Project Donruss, Flair, Leaf, every other company in the world, and Oddball and Goofball. All right, so here we have Project Goofball, and we're going to stick these new cards in the book. First we have our Joe Oliver and our two Vance Laws. These are just generic goofball cards where the players are doing something weird. Then we also have, of course, the Leslie Jordan, which is epic. Love that card. So that's going there. Then we have our oddball teams, I believe. That's what's next. There's Resting Pitch Face. I love that. I need to collect more of those. No, we have the names. So yeah, of course, Rusty's going to go in there. Need I say more? Next to Fair Hooker and Dwana Bonner. Ridiculous, guys. I'm ridiculous. Okay, and we're going to put the Rusty signing autographs there, and I may start that project of collecting players signing autographs on a card autographed. Yeah, I know, meta, right? All right, and then we have this, oddball teams. Trying to keep it straight here, guys. All right. So we have Danny Darwin with the Giants, Phil Gardner with the Giants, and Grant Jackson for the Expos, and this one's going to be a replacement. So take that one out and put this one in. Okay, now let's go over to our Donruss Fleer Leaf archive set. I need to come up with a better name, I know. And looky here, look who actually has a cover. I made a ridiculous cover with me back in the day when I did like autographs on YouTube big time. This picture of me with like a million envelopes going out, just and all the index cards as the background on my wall. Just those were the days of insanity. Had a lot of time on my hands that I don't have now, but made a little 1984 Donruss card of it. So enjoy that new cover. Okay, let's get these in the book. So we're going to start off with 84 Donruss, just like the cover. It's fitting. And Ned Jarrett's going to go in there. And Harry Gant. Then we have 85. And that's going to be Harry Gant. And then we have 86 with, you guessed it, Harry Gant. All right. And then we're going to go to Fleer. And we're going to put the Rod Laver in. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's super long, but hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully you stayed through the whole video and enjoyed the TTMs. Hope you enjoy the new cover. And yeah, it's going to be like this for a while. Got a lot of stuff out, so you take care, all of you autograph addicts.